this is a real, mid to long iron course, and you obviously did that well today. 5th right now, strokes gain approach. Just talk about the round and how pleased you are with, shooting another one in the 60s around this place.
Yeah, anytime really you're under par out here, you've done pretty well. I think this is as soft as we'll see the course. The back 9, even for us today, got firm and fast and dry, and to be able to take advantage early, I think was huge. So it's funny you talk about like strokes gained, mid and long iron. A lot of the time you're gaining strokes just by hitting the green. So greens regulation and fairways hit this week, especially with how it's going to play with it warming up, is going to be really important. And I think I did that pretty well.
What's been the biggest change in your game from maybe the last couple of years to these last couple of months?
Yeah, it's my putting's always been strong. It's just almost entirely approach play, and probably some off the tee as well. Still not exactly where I want it, but I would say from 100 to 225 is huge. I really struggled there for the majority of the first part of my time out here, and put a lot of work in with Dana Dahlquist, and he's helped me out a lot, and I'm really thankful for that.
How deep down the swing rabbit holes did you go?
As deep as I had to go to continue playing out here.
Yeah.
You just you can't afford to miss greens with short irons and wedges and mid irons. It just doesn't work. So I figured that out really quickly, and I've put seemingly thousands of hours into it, and fortunately now I'm starting to feel good on the golf course and starting to see some results. But it's been a long time coming.
What was the biggest change you and Dana made? We kind of talked a little bit, I think, last year at the Travelers when you guys were kind of starting to work together. What was the biggest change that maybe we could see with our eyes?
With your eyes, you're going to see the club coming down on a much shallower pitch, but that's kind of a result. It's a lot of pressure shifts and tilts, and I could go as deep as you want on that, but I don't know how much people understand of it. But yeah, it's really complicated. It's the challenging thing, in my opinion, of changing anything in your swing is that if you change one thing, you have to change the matchup. You can't just change one thing and expect good results. You have to be able to change multiple things so that they match up. And I'm trying to basically just get in a place with my swing that I require less hand action and timing, and more just kind of rotation and commitment, really. So with that said, it's a lot of different factors, but kind of the glue is just marrying it all.
Do you notice kind of a difference in maybe self-pressure after that Pebble result? Because you were playing with the status from 126 to 150 from last year.
Sure.
But now, obviously you're in this event, like you've improved your status. Can you feel that?
I would say I'm playing a lot freer,
yeah.
But I don't know if that's a result of me playing so well in the tournament or feeling like I can actually shoot numbers now.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a combination of both. But it's certainly nice to be playing a real tour schedule when, frankly, I didn't earn it last year at all. So I'm grateful that I kind of played well at the right time and have been able to parlay it into a lot of starts that I was not going to get. So. But yeah, I'm certainly freed up, having finished high and then, played well at Riv minus the final round and played well last week. So the game's in good form. I think, just feeling confident that I can hit the shots again is kind of the main thing.
And then lastly for me, do you prefer this course with the rough kind of grown up around the greens or with some of the runoffs? Because we don't have that anymore around behind 6 and left to 15 and things like that.
It's really different. I didn't know that was the case until I showed up. And do I prefer it? I think it makes it. I don't know if it makes it harder or easier. It's
just different.
It's just different. Certain holes it definitely makes it easier. Certain holes it probably makes it harder. The ball can end a lot farther away, or excuse me, it used to be able to end farther away from the hole, but you would have a much better lie. This rough is, probably as nasty as you're going to get around the green. You have no idea what it's going to do. So sometimes having a 2 to 3 yard pitch out of a squirrely lie is more difficult than having a 15, 20 yard pitch off a good lie. So I don't know. I guess time will tell, right? I don't know what the reviews from the other players are, but it's certainly, I was surprised to see it.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've ever played it this way.
One last one from me, Beau. When you're making the changes and you're trying, as you said, put scores together, is it hard to kind of maybe get away from being result oriented and more just, hey, things are feeling good in my swing, I'm starting to see things, even if it wasn't in a great score.
Yeah, and that's where I've been for the last year. I feel like I've been trending, but you get tired of saying you're trending when you don't actually shoot good scores, and people get tired of hearing it. So, I'm glad that I'm starting to see them now. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I've frankly started from the lowest point of my golf career when I started working with Dana. And, wasn't having any fun playing because I didn't feel like I could, frankly, hit any of the necessary shots. And I know a lot of players have been to that point, and it's not enjoyable. I know this is our job technically, but it's also like I enjoy playing well and feel like I'm progressing. Anybody likes to progress at what they're doing and see some fruits of their labor. And for so long, I didn't see it, and I felt like I didn't have a great direction. And now I feel like I have a really good understanding, most importantly, of kind of how to dig myself out of the tendencies that I'll probably fight likely for forever.
Thanks, Beau.
Cool. Thank you.